Okay guys, here's the moment you've all been waiting for. I finally got around to getting that video made of how I do my hair to get it to look the way that it does. It is a very long process, but I only do it once a week. And this video will entail the entire process with some of it in fast forward because you'll be bored out of your mind. But it will show you exactly what I do. Now keep in mind that everybody's hair is different and may need different things. This is just what I have found that works for me and my hair. Okay, first up we have this hair plopping wrap. It's from Moonstone 7, and I will link every product that I have and use below, so if you would like to find them, then you can. So I'm trying to do this one-handed, sorry, it's kind of a mess, but lay it out flat, ready for me to put my hair in when I'm done. For my shampoo and conditioner, I use these Kitsch bars. I'm probably butchering the name. But it's a shampoo bar and conditioner bar, and I actually really love them and how they make my hair feel. They feel both clean and soft when I'm done using the conditioner bar. And then this is a curl stimulator / gel that I brush through my hair. So here I am taking my hair out of my ponytail, getting it all soaking wet. My hair is very thick, and so I have to move it to make sure the water gets completely to my scalp. And I'm using my shampoo bar, working it up a little bit in the lather. I really like the little net holders that I got. It didn't come with that originally, but I really feel like this helps to suds it up and works easier through my hair. As you can see, I part my hair a little bit, and I'm getting it I'm feeling with my fingertips to make sure that I get all of my scalp really good. Being that I only have to shampoo my hair once a week, I make sure to do a really thorough job. And this is a little scrubber tool that just feels amazing on my scalp, making sure to get all the areas really thorough, clean, and feels really good. Then I'm rinsing all of the shampoo out. Again, because my hair is so thick, it takes a little bit of time. Then I get my conditioner bar, doing a little bit on the top, and then I'm splitting my hair in half and working it through mostly the lengths of it, really as much as I can. I can feel it where I've gotten it, where I haven't. Just kind of squeezing it through, making sure that it's really well conditioned. And then I'm using this amazing brush. It works so well at getting my hair detangled. Curly, thick, coarse hair definitely gets tangled pretty good. And with the conditioner, which has a good slip, and then this brush, it actually makes pretty good work of it. Of course, always usually start at the bottom and then work my way up, getting all of it detangled. And then as you can see, clumps of hair, very normal to have some hair loss, especially with curly hair. It doesn't it falls out. Hair normally falls out throughout the day, things like this, but when your hair is curlier, it holds on to it, so even though it's released from the head, it's still kind of trapped in your hair, so until you comb it out. So don't be surprised if you haven't done curly girl and then you start doing it, and then when you're brushing in the shower, you're realizing, wow, this is a lot of hair. Don't worry, you're not going bald. That's just how it's a little bit different. Okay, so now I got it all detangled, and I was just putting a little bit more conditioner in, so just feel it just to make sure everything still has good slip. Putting my hair upside down so that way I can get all the layers of it, combing it forward, basically just to feel it all, make sure everything is coated well. I'm always pulling it in a different direction. This is just a good way to make sure that I feel it, the conditioner everywhere. and then I'm squishing to condition is what it's called. Squish to condition. So basically I have a little water in with my conditioner, and I'm just putting my hands up and pulsing it to squeeze the conditioner into the shafts of the hair to help the conditioner penetrate more than just on the surface level. And then I am raking it away from my scalp when I'm doing that, and then flipping my head over. And at this point, again, more hair, lots and lots of hair. I have a little mirror that I use so I can kind of see what I'm doing. And this brush, let me just tell you, has been a game changer. I absolutely love this brush. It works so well. I love that it has the pointy end to be able to part my hair. So everybody might not have to do, again, my hair is very specific. I've just learned what works for my hair, but it's very, very thick. And so I need to separate my hair to be able to get good layers, things like that. So first I separate the crown of the hair, and then I'm using my detangle brush again to make sure I've got all the tangles out of it. And then I'm just going to spin it around and use a clip to hold that out of the way. And then I'm going to section off like behind my ear straight up to like the back of the crown there. And I'm going to do the same thing and detangle it. And then I'm going to twist it and pin it up. Give yourself lots of grace as you're trying this. I have been doing this for a couple of years. And a lot of trial and error with products and different techniques. So there are a lot of different techniques in the curly girl world, but this is what I have found that works best for me and that gives me the most sustainable long-term curls. And so once I have those three sectioned, I section the back into two sections of themselves. Detangle it with that brush. Both sides. I turned off the water so that I'm just not wasting lots of hot water. In the summer I can get away with it a little bit more, but in the winter it turns cold pretty quickly. So using my curl stimulator, and I'm like probably 1 to 2 pumps depending on the clump size that I have in my hair, and I'm running it down the lengths of it, and then I'm using the brush to brush it in. I usually brush under, brush above, and then brush under again, and use tension on the brush and the little separator knobs that are on the side to give me nice clumps. I'm working it, making sure to work it in the ends of my hair because that's where it can get the frizziest pretty easy. So I'm brushing it up, I'm brushing the top layer, and then again I'm brushing it and pulling, and then I kind of hold. So yeah, sometimes I give it a couple extra brushes. It kind of is what feels good. See how it's separated like that? Then hold it, and I give it a little shake. And what you can tell is I try to do it basically more up and straight to make sure that I'm not pulling it down, essentially just so that my hair has some volume, especially with it being heavy, to help it not go flat. As you can see, after I get a section done, it looks a little rough on this, but it's not as rough because I'm doing it on fast speed, but I'm just taking the hair up in my hands and scrunching it like once or twice just to help the curl after pulling it tight. As you can see, doing all of it and going up, bending down to look into the mirror, trying to keep that up, that volume on top, and then I put my head completely down, gently shake it. It's gentler than it looks, again, because I'm not fast speed, and then I'm scrunching it all the way up to the roots to make sure everything is good and scrunched. And then I'm going to go over to where I had my plop laid out, and very carefully, try not to touch your hair too much. I'm just kind of holding it in place as I kind of do a little bit of a circular motion there. Don't know if that's really necessary, but I think about it, so I do it. I snap the back behind my neck. Sometimes my hand's a little slippery from the gel, makes it take a minute. And then I fold that over, wrap it around, and then I'm good to go for, usually I will wear it for a couple hours just to help it dry some, because again, my hair equals a sponge, so this will help me to naturally let some of the air dry before I diffuse it. Usually go about my day, do some laundry, other things like that until I have time to blow dry it, usually in the evening before bed. So here I am. This is my Shark. I've gone through several different blow dryers, and that is the Curlsmith one. I have to say I prefer the Curlsmith one just because for purely the size that it is, but I can't necessarily justify buying another one, so I make do with these two. So what you can see here is I just laid this down on my floor just to give me a buffer between the carpet. I'm literally kneeling and yeah, basically doing headstands, kind of, sort of, but I have one blowing in the front and one blowing in the back to try to get my roots in the front, and then I move them to the side, and really just trying to get as dry as I can. I try to get to 100%. Sometimes it takes a while. So I have found this is the easiest position for me, being that I can't hold two blow dryers. And so I just lay them on the ground and lean over them, and move them around front to back, side to side, just to get all the different angles. Also in this position, it helps keep the curl, because the weight of them is not pulling down since it's on the ground. So after doing this for a while, I get this foam roller out so that I can rest my neck and head while I continue to diffuse it. I can look at my phone. It's hard to listen to anything just because of the sound of the blow dryers, but at least I can read things and things like that. And again, I'm just kind of just moving it from side to side. So I'll lay in one side for a while, and then you'll see here shortly, and I will roll to the other side. Basically, that's just to, again, help keep the volume so that it's getting, the air is hitting all the different sides, but also the reason in these positions is to keep the volume on the top of my head so it's not flat. And moving it side to side helps that as well. Here you can see I'm touching my hair. I'm trying to feel for any dampness still and any areas that I feel like need a little more direct attention. Now I feel that it's dry. I'm gonna get up, go to the bathroom, and I'm going to get my sleep cap, which is Her Given Hair is the brand of this sleep cap. I altered it to work for me a little bit better. It's satin lined, so that helps keep it from getting frizzy. It had a elastic band around my head, but I get headaches easily. It's just super sensitive to that. So I cut the elastic and then I used a hair tie to tie that so that I can loosen it and tighten it to what feels right. So I'm going to put it completely over my head as gently as possible. And then I'm going to get a clip to clip my roots up. So again, trying to keep that root volume at the top of my head as it just settles in for the night, essentially to help with the sleep cap, doesn't put the weight and flatten it out on top. So it's just a big clip that I do for the crown of my head to keep that up. And then I'm going to flip my head upside down and pull the sleep cap up over my hair. As you can see, kind of shake it to try to get all the curls to go inside. Sometimes I gotta tuck them in a little bit because they curl right over the edges. And try to shake it down. And then I use a hair tie. Again, it has like a tie that you can automatically do, but it doesn't make it shorter. So I like to tie it tight right at the top so that, again, my curls are kind of compressed. Tuck in my little tag there, and then there you go. Basically Marge Simpson. But it works. And this is how I go to bed. And then how I wake up. And pulling it off to reveal these crunchy curls. It always looks a little crazy at first, so don't be alarmed. Walking away to get my oil. Curlsmith Shine Oil. They also have a bonding oil. I've used both of them pretty interchangeably. I put a little dropper full in my hand and rub them together. And this is what I use to scrunch the crunch out. So at this point the curls are crunchy from the gel. And this is helping to break that gel cast. That's what makes it crunchy. I'm not trying to do any like sliding. I'm slapping, scrunching, patting. Flipping my hair upside down to get the underneath, as well as the roots. Sorry, I can't see it 100%. To settle. And voila, we have curls for days. So obviously as the week goes on, they get a little frizzier, a little bit longer. They lengthen as the weight pulls them down. I do put it back up in the sleep cap every night, which helps to keep the frizz down from day to day. Sometimes I'll use a little bit of a watered down gel, which I will also link below, maybe once or twice, but if I use it too much, it makes my hair kind of yucky. And then the oil in the mornings to help tame the frizz as well. So I hope this video was helpful and you learned something. I'm happy to answer questions, but really just don't give up on your hair. Keep trying different things, different techniques, and find what works for you.